Welcome student, let's study chapter 9 Life in Desert of Geography. A desert is an arid region characterized by extremely high or low temperatures, low rainfall and scarce vegetation. Water supports life, giving our earth the name living planet. It is very difficult to live in a place where there is no water to drink, no grass to feed the cattle and no water for the growth of grass. Hence, the need to conserve water cannot be overemphasized. It is a wonder that people who live in the deserts have learned to cope up with extremely harsh climates. Desert is either as hot as fire or as cold as ice. Hence, depending on the temperature, we can find hot deserts or cold deserts. People inhabit these lands wherever little water is available to practice agriculture. The Sahara Desert covers a large part of North Africa. It is the world's largest desert. It covers an area of around 8.54 million square kilometers, which is more than the total area of India. It touches 11 countries, which are Algeria, Morocco, Chad, Egypt, Libya, Mali, Mauritania, Niger, Sudan, Tunisia, and Western Sahara. Besides being covered with vast stretches of sand, it has gravel plains and elevated plateaus with bare rocky surface. These rocky surfaces at some places are more than 2,500 meters high. The climate of the Sahara Desert is scorching hot and parched dry. It has a short rainy season. Since the sky is cloudless and clear, the rate of water evaporation is greater than the rate of water accumulation. Hence, there is water scarcity. The temperatures are as high as 50 degrees Celsius. These heats up and sand and the bare rocks, which in turn heat up their surroundings. The nights may be freezing cold with temperatures nearing 0 degrees Celsius. Vegetation in the Sahara Desert includes cactus, date, palms, and acacia. We can find oases in some places. The animal species found here are camels, hyenas, jackals, foxes, scorpions, and many varieties of snakes and lizards. The Sahara Desert has been inhabited by different groups of people who are engaged in different activities. Among them are the Bedouins and the Tuaregs. These groups are nomadic tribes. They wear heavy robes to protect them from the harsh climate, for example, dust, storm, and hot winds. The tribes are engaged in animal rearing. Animals such as sheep, goats, camels, and horses are reared for the milk, hides. These are used to make leather for belts, slippers, and water bottles. For hair, this is used to make mats, carpets, clothes, and blankets. The oases in the Sahara and Nile Valley in Egypt supports settled population. Since water is available, people grow date palms. Other crops that are grown include rice, wheat, barley, and beans. Egyptian cotton, that is famous worldwide, is grown in Egypt. In the depression, which are formed when the wind blows away the sands, where underground water reaches the surface, oasis is formed. These areas are fertile. People may settle around these water bodies. People may grow date palms and other crops. Sometimes the oases may be abnormally large. The discovery of oil is constantly transforming the Sahara Desert. The discovery of oil has been made in Algeria, Libya, and Egypt. Other important minerals found in this area include iron, phosphorus, manganese, and uranium. The changes due to business development and infrastructural development are also seen in this area. Gleaming glass-cased office buildings tower over mosques and superhighway crisscross the ancient camel paths. Trucks are replacing camels in salt trade. Tuaregs are seen acting as guides to foreign tourists. Many nomadic tribes are finding jobs in the field of oil and gas operations and migrating to cities. Now, what is a mirage? Mirages are a naturally occurring optical illusion. In cartoons, a mirage is often depicted as a peaceful, lush oasis lying in the shade of swaying palm trees. But in reality, it is much more likely to look like a pool of water. The illusion results from the way in which light is refracted through air at different temperatures. Cold air is denser than warm air and therefore has a greater refractive index. This means that as light passes down from the cool to hot air, it gets bent upwards towards the denser air and away from the ground. To your eyes, these distorted rays seem to be coming from the ground. So you perceive a refracted image of the sky on the ground. These looks just like a reflection on the surface of a pool of water, which can easily cause confusion. Ladakh. It is made up of two words, La meaning mountain pass and Dak meaning country. Ladakh is a cold desert in India, lying in the Great Himalayas on the eastern side of Jammu and Kashmir. It is enclosed in the north by the Karakoram range and in the south by the Zanskar mountains. Several rivers flow through Ladakh. The most important river is the Indus. The rivers form deep valleys and gorges. Several glaciers are found in Ladakh. The Gangri Glacier is an example. The altitude in Ladakh varies from about 3000 meters in Kargil to more than 8000 meters in the Karakoram. Now let's study the climate of the cold desert Ladakh. Due to the high altitude, it is freezing cold and dry in Ladakh. The air is so thin that the sun's heat can be felt intensely. In summer, the temperature during the day is just above 0 degree and the night temperature is much below minus 30 degrees. In winters, the temperature remains as low as minus 40 degrees most of the time. The rainfall in this region is low. It is as low as 10 centimeters annually. This is because it lies in the rain shadow of the Himalayas. The area experiences freezing winds and burning sunlight. Consequently, if someone sits in the sun with his hand in the shade, he will experience sunstroke as well as frostbite at the same time. Because of extreme dryness, the vegetation is sparse. There are scanty patches of grasses and shrubs for animals to graze. The valleys have groves of willows and poplars. During summer season, trees of fruits such as apples, apricot, and walnuts bloom. Several species of birds such as robins, redstars, Tibetan snowcock, raven are common. Some of these are migratory birds. The animals include wild goats, wild sheep, yak, and special kinds of dogs. The animals are reared to provide milk. Yak's milk is used to make cheese and butter, for meat, hide, and for hair. The hair on the sheep and goats is used to make woolen. The people here are either Muslims or Buddhist. Many Buddhist monasteries dot the Ladakhi landscape with their traditional gompas. Some of the famous monasteries are Hemis, Thiksay, She, and Lamayuru. The people of this region resemble the people of Tibet and Central Asia. In the summer, people are busy cultivating barley, potato, beans, peas, and turnip. In the winter months, due to the harsh climate, people keep themselves engaged in festivities and ceremonies. The women are very hardworking. The women in this region manage small business and shops in addition to working in the house and fields. Leh, the capital of Ladakh, is well connected by road as well as air. The National Highway 1A connects Leh to Kashmir Valley through Jozi La Pass. This is a major tourist attraction for tourists across the globe. The tourists visit the Gompas, do trekking to see the meadows and glaciers, and witness the ceremonies and festivities. Due to modernization, the life of the people is undergoing a change. The people of Ladakh have over centuries learned to live in harmony with nature. Due to the scarcity of resources, they understand their value and conserve them. They do not waste the resources and use them very judiciously. The Manali Leh Highway crosses four passes which are Baralachala, Rohtangla, Lunga Lacha La, and Tanglang La. The highway opens only between July and September when snow is cleared from the road. Now, students, do you know that Al Azizia in the Sahara Desert south of Tripoli, Libya, recorded the highest temperature of 57.7 degrees Celsius in 1922, and Tafilalet Oasis in Morocco is a large oasis with an area of about 13,000 square kilometer. So with this we have covered our all topics. Have a nice day. Thank you.